bunch of random places in my home that are not functioning like they need to be, and it's because they're cluttered. There's things in those spaces that don't belong there, and I need to just go through everything, declutter, kind of organize those spaces so I know what's in there. And all of these little pockets of my home, I don't think it's going to take more than 10 minutes each. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on those. And I would just encourage you, if you maybe don't have a ton of time to declutter, just pick one cupboard, one drawer, and start decluttering.
The first thing that I'm going to go through is this roll top desk here in my dining room. It holds a lot of the kids' craft supplies and paper. We have this drawer here with different school supplies and things that we use throughout the day. And then under here, I have a lot of our directories and then just cards and envelopes that was really just a mess, and I really needed to just go through everything. So whenever I declutter or organize a space, I always take everything out and clear everything off. There's always so much dust under there that I didn't realize was collecting. So I get everything taken out and then wipe everything down.
I did not realize I had all of these envelopes, and I have some cards in here. Oh my goodness. The other day I went and I got a sympathy card, and I had one right here that I could have used and didn't even realize it. So that is a lesson that I need to remember, is to stay organized so I don't have to go and buy more things.
After taking everything out of whatever space I am decluttering, I always go through everything. So I touch absolutely everything and decide, does it need to stay in this area? Do I even need to keep it in my house? Some things just need to be taken out of my house. And I did a whole video where I talked about donating, selling, or tossing things. But once I have decided what needs to stay and how I want to use the space that I'm decluttering, then I put everything back. Today, as I'm decluttering, I thought it would be fun to also share with you some of the things that I do to get myself motivated to actually declutter, because sometimes it is hard to just get in the right mindset, and just sometimes when you see the mess and you just think about what it takes to actually go through it, and maybe in your mind it just feels overwhelming, I think it's important to know how to actually get started. So my first tip is actually to start with small wins. Just like this whole video is 10-minute places that you can organize throughout your home. None of these projects took longer than 10 minutes. In fact, I think most of them took less than 10 minutes. But when I just thought about, okay, it's just one little area in my dining room that needs this, or one desk or one drawer. Maybe it's just the nightstand, or just the top of your desk, or maybe it's the kitchen counter, or a drawer in the bathroom that hasn't been closing very well. Just something small in your home that would make a huge difference. Start with that small win, and that's going to get the ball rolling and get you more motivated to start decluttering other areas in your home. The next spot that I wanted to declutter was underneath of my hut chair, or behind the cabinets. You probably would have never known that there was this bin full of all kinds of things that had just been tossed in here because the doors were closed. But that is something that I needed to really get through. It had been just collecting throughout the whole school year. If you don't know, if you're new to this channel, my name is Emily, and I am a homeschooling mom to 2. I also work part-time from home. But anyway, so right now I was going to go through all of my kids' schoolwork. These are their bins. They each have their own bin that they keep their books in, and always there's a collection of pencils that gets put in here instead of being returned to the pencil jar, and it just gets dirty with different things. So I'm cleaning all of these things out, taking out any paperwork that doesn't belong, and then I'm going to go through all of my other school supplies in the other bins and just get rid of some things, and some things we'll keep, some things we will pass on to other people. All right, now let's talk about the next thing that I do to get motivated to declutter spaces in my home. So the next thing is to use a list or a plan of action. So on this particular day, I knew exactly the spaces that I wanted to declutter. I started here in my dining room, and then I'm going to work my way through other areas in my house. And just knowing what needed to be done instead of walking into a room and thinking, okay, where do I even start, is half the battle. Just knowing what needs to be done first. So I would suggest, if you don't know where you're supposed to start in your home but you know it needs some decluttering, is to go to each room. Just go to your dining room and look around and open up drawers, open up different cabinets, and just look around and say, what is working well for me? What is not functioning well? Because that's the whole goal of decluttering and organizing, is making sure that your home is working for you, not against you. And then just making a list and write it down and say, okay, I need to go ahead and declutter this cabinet in my hutch, or the corner of this dining room really needs some help. And so you just write that down on your list. And that way you know what you're going to do when it comes time to decluttering.
So these are the piles that I have accumulated. These here I'm going to end up donating. There's homeschool swaps that happen throughout the year, so I'm going to take all of those over there because we don't need them anymore. These I'm going to put with the craft supplies. These are going to go with our books that I have downstairs for the kids to choose from. Those need filed away. And then over here is going in the garbage. Okay, we're here in my bedroom, and as you can see, my closet needs some help. If you've been here before, you know I don't show my husband's side of the closet unless he says it's okay, and I haven't even talked to him about it. I just know that my stuff needs some decluttering, needs some organizing. So I'm gonna go through my side of the closet, and then also my nightstand. The drawer just has a bunch of random things in it, so I need to go through that. So let's go ahead and get started.
Going through my closet was probably the longest job of all of the different things that I decluttered this day, but it was still under 10 minutes. And the way that I am able to keep it under 10 minutes is because I maintain my decluttering throughout the year. I feel like decluttering is never a one and done solution in your life. It's always something that we're continuing to do as we grow and change and bring new things into our homes.
Okay, here's what I've got. These are three pairs of pants that need to be hung up. So I grabbed a couple of hangers, and these are ones that I got at Walmart on clearance years ago, and I don't have enough of them, so I'm going to use this one. It's real life, right? We don't always have matching hangers. And then just some pants that I'm going to hang up, or not hang up, but put on the shelf. These are some like sweatshirt, fleecy things that I wear when it's cold. I'll put that on the shelf. Some oversized t-shirts, just kind of casual ones that I wear around the house. And then these are my paint clothes, which I haven't used in a while, but I know I will as it gets warmer. So I'm going to also put those on the top of the shelf. That shelf is looking a lot better. Now I know what's up there at least. So I'm going to go through all of these hanging items now. All right, here's how I kind of organized it. I have just a lightweight jacket that I don't wear all the time, so I just hang it up in here, and my robe. And then next to that, I have my slacks and a couple of skirts. And then this is a dress that I often wear with a jacket over top and usually leggings. And then same thing with this. This is just like a denim tunic that is kind of like a dress, but I usually wear leggings with that. And then I have just like my cardigans and like just sweaters that I wear over top of things, my jean jacket. That's what's all right here. And then I have just plain tops. So sweaters, a button-up shirt, some more sweaters, things like that. These are a couple of tops back here that I only wear in the summer, spring and summer. So I just have them in here, but they're in the back because I'm not wearing them right now. Okay, now we are over here, my side of the bed, and I'm just going to go through this drawer and see what's in here, what needs to come out.
My third tip when it comes to getting motivated to decluttering your home is to track your progress. So take that list that you made and check it off. It always feels so good when you accomplish something and, celebrate those small wins, because then you are going to feel like you're actually accomplishing something and you're making a difference in your home, and just it's a good feeling. So at this point, I had decluttered my drawer and I just left some things in here that I use on a regular basis. And I'm just showing you the things that I left in here. It's not a whole lot, and it's not like a fancy organizing system. It's just decluttered. It's only the items that I actually need left in this drawer. So that's what I did here in this nightstand. Okay, we've moved to the kitchen, and there are a couple of spaces in here that I know are just really needing it quite badly. So let's go ahead and start under the kitchen sink. Here is what we have going on. Most of my cleaning supplies are over here. And then I have a collection, as you can see, of glass bottles. We're always needing them for like a science experiment or just different random things. So I started collecting them, but they're just starting to get too many and just kind of a mess. So I'm going to start taking everything out, wipe it down, and only put back what belongs. My fourth tip is that any time is a good time to declutter. Just start. If you see a mess, then go ahead and tackle it. If you have 10 minutes, like today's jobs are just 10 minutes each, use those 10 minutes and just get a drawer cleaned out. You don't have to wait for a perfect time to get started decluttering. Any time is a good time to start. So anyways, here I am. I'm cleaning out underneath of our kitchen sink, and I had gotten this huge box of baking soda on accident with a grocery pickup order, and it was sitting in the box, so I put it in this container. That was all that I needed over here. These are just some cleaning supplies that I keep underneath of my kitchen cabinet. I don't have a fancy system. If you declutter items and you don't have a bunch of extra things, you don't need a fancy system under your kitchen sink. Just only leave what you actually use. These jars I'm taking out, I'm going to put downstairs. I had saved this brown jar. It was a yeast jar, and I thought it was just a pretty brown. So I was going to save it for fall maybe. And then these I just like to kind of use to decorate with. So here is what we have going on. Now I see what is back there, and it's much more functional. Other cabinet is over here, and this is kind of like my catch-all area. We have some cereal down here and some of my larger appliances, and then also just some bins that I put bread and chips, and this is just like one of those foil containers. I had a meal to bring to someone, so as you can see, it just needs to be gone through. I cannot believe this. There was a candy cane back there. There's one last candy cane. And these are cereals that I don't even think my kids are eating anymore. And I had no clue. And we just bought, like this was, I think I bought this at Christmas time to use in a recipe. There's just a little bit left. But nobody has been eating it. And you can see, look at the dust. Ah, yuck. So I think these probably all actually need to be tossed. There's not much left. Oh, that's like almost empty. So I think they were just sitting there and my kids just never threw them out. So we don't have cereal a whole lot, and I kind of forget about it. And then we just got these recently. They haven't even been opened, but I'm going to take these out and just put those back in. And then I need to go through all of these. Fifth tip is to watch decluttering videos. So this video here that you're watching, hopefully it is getting you motivated to declutter as well. That maybe you see this and you're like, okay, yes, I'm going to go declutter a space in my home. I know personally, I love to watch other decluttering videos. I love to watch even cleaning videos and cooking videos. That makes me want to get up and go do those items as well, which is the same reason why I film videos here on my YouTube channel. I want to motivate other homemakers and help you get motivated to do all the things that we need to do in our homes. If you don't normally watch my channel, then you may not know that I don't only do decluttering videos. I focus on homemaking in general. So I like to share just daily kind of vlogs every week. And I've also started a new just Friday chats where every other Friday, I'm just talking about things that I'm learning as a homemaker, things that I have learned in the past almost 17 years. Here's what I've got down here, the 2 cereals, bag of potatoes, and then breads. And I rearranged my appliances just a little bit. We have a waffle maker and toaster, and then a smaller crock pot and a bigger one. And these are the things I'm going to take out. These are just like snacky items. So I'm going to put them in the hall closet pantry. And then this tray I'm going to put with paper goods. We're leaving the kitchen and now we're going in here. And this is my linen closet / pantry. And honestly, it's not too bad up here. You can see what I have going on up here. I need to stock up on some paper towels and probably toilet paper too. But anyways, I'm okay with those shelves. And even here, besides this, washcloths, towels, hand towels, they're looking good.
But then when you get down here, this is the mess. I don't even know exactly what is in here. And I've just been kind of shoving things. So we are going to go through all that. The bottom is just vinegar and bags, plastic bags and paper bags. So the main thing are these two shelves, which I kind of call my pantry. It's not technically a pantry, but it's where we keep our food.
As I'm working through my pantry, I thought it would be the right time to share tip number 6, which is don't expect perfection. So obviously my pantry is not one that you would see on Pinterest. It does not have fancy color coordinated bins or labels. It's just the food that we use, and I'm putting it in here in a way that works and is functional so that I can see what I have and it's not a mess when I open the door. And so I'm not expecting perfection. I'm just working with what I have. And I think that's really important when it comes to decluttering and organizing your home. Don't try to replicate something else that you see. And my 7th and final tip is to think about the end result. Once you think about what is it going to look like in 10 minutes from now, once I've finished this job of decluttering, then that is going to motivate you to get it done. So I hope that today has been motivating to you. I have lots of other decluttering videos here on my channel, which I will leave linked below. Thanks again for joining me.